welcome to my channel. My name is Sam from The Beauty In It Reseller, and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark and eBay. And today I wanted to go through my sales from the last couple weeks. My sales have actually been pretty slow, so I'm going to cover items from the last couple weeks that sold and talk about what has been selling, what it has sold for, and what the profit is on those items. Also, how long it took for them to sell. So the first item we have is the Patagonia purple Synchilla T-snap pullover. I actually picked this up from Plato's Closet, so I will link to that video where I picked that up. And this sold for $55 on Poshmark, and the buyer paid $7.45 in shipping. The cost of goods on this was $5.63 once I took away around $24 that I had gotten from Plato's Closet trade-ins, and with shipping and fees it was $18.45, so my total profit on this was $38.37, and it took 19 days to sell. From my TJ Maxx yellow tag clearance haul, I picked up a couple of the Sundry rainbow heart sweatshirts. I have a couple others in different patterns, and they get a good amount of attention. So someone did make an offer for two on Poshmark in different sizes, and together they sold for $70, and the buyer paid $7.45 in shipping. The cost of goods between the two of them was $20, and with shipping and fees it was $21.45. So my total profit on these two sweatshirts was $36, and it took 7 days for those to sell. I also sold the blue Patagonia pullover fleece from the Plato's Closet haul, and that sold for $42, and I had made an offer on Poshmark with discounted shipping, so they paid $4.99 in shipping. The cost of goods on this one was $18.75 because I had 25% off of sweatshirts, and with shipping and fees it was $15.85. So my total net profit on this was $12.39, and it took 16 days to sell. I got a lot of comments on this Stars Above night dress. I had picked it up from a local resource, New with Tags, thinking that it was a shirt dress, but I learned that it was actually sleepwear, and I had picked it up in hopes that someone would have included it in a bundle before Christmas, but it did sell on its own. A buyer had offered $13, and they paid $7.45 in shipping. The cost of goods was a little too high. I paid $5 for it, thinking that it was a dress, and between shipping and fees it was $10.40. So my total profit was $5.05, and it took 63 days to sell. I used to think that Joe's Jeans was a really sought after brand, but I did pick these jeans up in a local kind of bins type of store, and they sat for quite a while. They did sell on Poshmark. I had made an offer for $19 and $4.99 in shipping, and the cost of goods was $2.99 and $11.25 with shipping and fees. So my net profit was $9.75, but they took 107 days to sell. From my personal closet, I sold this crossbody bag. A buyer had made an offer of $10, and they paid $7.45 in shipping. The cost of goods was $0 because it was from my personal closet, and with shipping and fees it was $8.63, so my total profit was $7.05. When I first started listing on eBay, I had gone through and listed a bunch of beauty samples of different kind of varieties, and it was the type of item where I felt like I could make a profit because I already had them. They were $0. However, I ended up wanting to delete this listing. I just never got around to doing it. I didn't want any negative feedback, and it was not something, the profit I would have made wasn't worth any negative feedback. And so the buyer actually did pay $3.99 and $5 in shipping on eBay, and so At that point, I did remove the other listings and I sent her all of the samples. So the cost of goods was $0. With shipping and fees, it was $5.31. So my total profit was $3.68, but by including all those extra samples, I helped to make the buyer really happy. So they left a positive review. So not a huge profit, but I love getting good positive reviews, especially on eBay. It's really important to be able to make more sales. It did take 222 days for this to sell, but since I was going to delete it anyways, I'm okay with that. Another one of my earlier purchases for eBay, it was more towards the middle of when the pandemic was really getting started and a lot of people were buying at-home gym equipment. And so I had picked up these 5-pound dumbbells, and because 5 pounds is so common, it took a while for these to sell. They did sell once I relisted them with a lower price for $8.99. And the buyer paid $9.65 in shipping. I had shipped them out in a padded flat rate envelope, so even though they're really heavy, it keeps the price pretty low. The cost of goods on this was $2, and with shipping and fees, it was $10.91. So my total profit was $5.73, and it did take 208 days to sell. So I probably won't pick up weights again unless they're a little less common in the weight that they are. I was so excited to make this sale. I sold a Dolce & Gabbana coat that I picked up from the TJ Maxx yellow tag clearance sale, and it sold on offer on Poshmark for $650, and the buyer paid $7.45 in shipping. The cost of goods was $2.99, and with shipping and fees it was $137.45. So my total profit was $221, and it took 6 days to sell. I wasn't getting much traction or likes on the coat, so I didn't really think it was going to sell. I thought it was an item that I was going to have to return to TJ Maxx before the 30 days was up, so I was really excited that that sold. Another item from the TJ Maxx yellow tag clearance sale was this Lucky Brand Southwestern cardigan. It was an item that I knew I wouldn't make a huge profit on, but with it being an extra large, I thought that it would make it sell pretty quickly, and that's what happened. Buyer had bundled it with a American Eagle dress, a maxi dress, and they offered $60 and paid $7.45 in shipping. The cost of goods was $28 between the two items, and with shipping and fees it was $19.45. So my total profit was $20, and it took only 5 days for the Lucky Brand cardigan to sell, and it took 60 days for the dress to sell. I picked up this Self Love Club pullover sweatshirt from Plato's Closet. It was new with tags, and it had been from Marshall's, and so I picked it up for only $9, which I thought was a really great price. Sold full price for $25, and the buyer paid $7.45 in shipping. It was $9 cost of goods, and with shipping and fees it was $12.45. So my total profit was $11, and it took 14 days to sell. I actually had this Brooklyn cloth sweatshirt mixed up with a different brand. I believe the brand is Mayfair, so I thought that it was the Mayfair sweatshirt when I picked it up. So when I had looked at comps when I was in Plato's Closet, I did think that I could sell it for a lot more. So I am happy that this sold, even though it was likely a dupe in that Brooklyn cloth brand. From that same Plato's Closet video, I had mentioned that my best friend moved across the country, and she gave me a bunch of clothes that I could sell. And so one item that did sell was her sister's bridesmaid dress from her wedding. And this sold. It is a Birdy gray bridesmaid's dress. I really like selling bridesmaids dresses because so many weddings these days do have just a color scheme, and you can buy whatever style dress you would like. And so this did sell for $60, and the buyer paid $7.45 in shipping on Poshmark. The cost of goods was $0, and with shipping and fees it was $19.45. So my total profit on this was $48, and it only took 7 days to sell. From my personal closet, I sold a pair of Fabletics workout leggings in like a rose color with ribbing. These sold on eBay for $14.99 plus $5 in shipping. The cost of goods was $0 because it was from my personal closet, and with shipping and fees it was $7.31. So my total profit on this was $12.68, and it took 58 days to sell. I was very relieved to sell this Transformers wall art. When I had purchased it, it was before Christmas, and I actually thought it was a toy. I didn't realize that it was decor. And so I did pay up for it thinking that it would sell quickly before Christmas because I thought it was a toy, new in package. It did sell for $39.99, and the buyer paid $11.75 in shipping. The cost of goods was $20, and with shipping and fees it was $15.90. So I did profit $15.84, but it took 95 days to sell just because it was more of a unique item. I think Abercrombie's older items are making a comeback. I think the Gen Z is trying to play up the Y2K 2000s trends, and so I sold this shirt. It's like a salmon striped shirt for $14, and the buyer paid $7.45 on shipping. The cost of goods was $2.98, and with shipping and fees it was $10.40, so my total profit was $8.07, and it took 48 days to sell. If you've seen some of my other what sold videos, you may have heard that I've been selling parts from my Keurig that broke at my wedding. So I also sold the cup that goes into the system, and this sold for $5.99, and the buyer paid $5 in shipping. The cost of goods was $0, and with shipping and fees it was $5.60, so my total profit was $5.39, which between selling the reservoir, the drip tray, and this little cup, I pretty much paid for half of my Keurig, and I used it for years. So if you ever have any kitchen appliances that break or that you no longer need, it might be a really good option to part those out and see if you can make some profit from it. This did take 107 days to sell, but some of those other parts, especially the reservoir, sold really quickly. The reason I got into eBay was because of my brother. I will link his eBay store below, but he sells a lot of sports memorabilia. He always had baseball cards growing up, and so he really got into eBay when he was selling a lot of these cards that he had owned. And trying to draw from his expertise, I picked up this stack of NASCAR cards from my Goodwill for $15.99. There was a ton of them, and I have seen other sellers selling NASCAR items. What my brother told me after I picked this up is that NASCAR isn't quite as popular when it comes to cards and those kinds of collectibles. If you want to pick up NASCAR items, usually you'll just want to pick up t-shirts. So I ended up parting out all the different cards and lotting them into different NASCAR drivers, and just put a bunch of them up on auction for 99 cents just because I didn't really know what I was doing, and the cards are in pretty poor condition. So I did sell this set of Bill Elliott NASCAR. They're like bigger cards. I don't know how to explain them. They sold on auction for 99 cents, and the buyer paid $11.75 in shipping. The cost of goods after I divided them all out was $1.67 for this one, and with shipping and fees it was $10.17. So I actually did make a profit just because I had listed the shipping for a higher price than it actually was. So I made 90 cents, and it took 77 days total, but it took me so long to list these from my death pile because I didn't know what they were doing. So they actually sold within 7 days of actually listing them on eBay. One of the last two items that I got from my Poshmark arbitrage buy was this Tory Burch Reva crossbody bag. I really like this. I was so tempted to keep it, but I did want to make a profit from it, so I did end up listing it. It sold on eBay, which I did actually think would happen. It seems like Tory Burch has a little bit more popularity and a higher buy price on eBay than it does on Poshmark. It sold for $150 and the buyer paid $11.95 in shipping. The cost of goods was a little bit higher, but I did think with it being Tory Burch that it would sell pretty quickly. So the cost of goods was $90 and with shipping and fees it was $38.61. So my total profit on this was $33.34, but between all of the items that I bought from that haul, I'm making a pretty good profit. I have one item left from that one. It's the Alice and Olivia Daisy bucket hat, and I'm getting a good amount of likes on that. So I think as we approach spring and summer, that will also sell. I think the cost of goods on that one was $8. So I'm pretty confident that I'll make a profit from that item as well. And so once that sells, I will total up all of the items that I picked up from that Poshmark arbitrage haul. The Tory Burch crossbody bag took 41 days to sell. I picked up this Banana Republic hacking suit jacket for $2.98. And so even though Banana Republic isn't a super high selling brand for me, because that cost of goods was so low on a substantial item, I thought it would be good to pick up. It sold for $29.95 and the buyer paid $11.95 in shipping on eBay. The cost of goods was $2.98 and with shipping and fees it was $16.07. So my total profit was $22.85 and it took 46 days to sell. On my Free People liquidation lot, I sold another pair of the harem pants. They sold for $40 and I offered free shipping. The cost of goods on these was $14.63 and with shipping and fees it was $15.45. So my total profit is $9.92 and it took 9 days for these to sell. Unfortunately, I lost the footage for a few different videos that I had filmed, and I had done a haul from the Real Reel and picked up a bunch of Reformation items, and since I lost that footage, I won't be able to kind of show the other items I picked up. But I sold this romper from Reformation on Poshmark for $50 and the buyer paid $7.45 in shipping. The cost of goods on this was $20.32 and with shipping and fees it was $17.45. So the total profit was $19.68 and it took 37 days to sell. Definitely a slower couple of sales weeks. I sold quite a bit right after Christmas for a couple weeks after Christmas, but the last couple weeks have been pretty slow. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I am sourcing primarily clothes. As we approach the warmer months, I'll be able to go to yard sales, which is where I find much better prices on hard goods. So if you only sell clothes, I do pick up a lot of clothes. But if you sell other items, definitely subscribe because I have so many other different items that I like to sell. I actually just picked up a haul of items from Taylor Swift's merchandise, and unfortunately they are Christmas items. I bought them back in November, but it takes a while for her store to ship. So I think I'll get those listed and see if I can sell them in the meantime. If not, I'm willing to hold on to them until next Christmas, but I am definitely curious to see how well those do after Christmas is over. Let me know in the comments below what you've been picking up lately and what's been selling really well for you. I would definitely like to hear, especially where you're from and what types of items you're able to pick up in your area. If you liked seeing what I sold, I would love it if you could subscribe. My New Year's resolution is to grow this channel, so I would love it if you could join me. And if you like this content, give it a thumbs up so I know to continue making what sold videos. So give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.